Hi friends, today we are going to see how to convert Excel file data to the JSON file in a JSON format by using MVVM pattern in a WPF CL. As I show you the solution, see right now we are directly accepting the hard copy, the hard file of your Excel, that is your Excel, and convert the data of that Excel into an JSON. So no need to use a module class. So directly I use here view and view model. View will show how the UI will appear. So in your UI, just put only the single one button and name it as a convert Excel to JSON. Okay, this is one button. Now into the property again, solution explorer. So this is your view. In the view model, I create one class and name is Excel to JSON view model. Seeing that I create one command, that is convert Excel file to the JSON. Now describe same command, convert Excel to JSON. See here, if the command is null, then I call the new relay command, will find out can execute and execute. If the true is appears, then the command will be executed. I always pass here null and write the same code here, relay command. This is the common code, and pass true value to that, so that the always whenever you click, it will be execute the command and execute the method whatever we call here. So here the method name is convert file, this dot convert file. So this means in a same instance, in a same workspace, in same class, we create one more method, convert file. See, in a convert file, we provide the path which file you are going to convert. Now I am just going to show you a C temp and file name is file. So this is your file. New, suppose here add one data again, A, B, C, simple C, here 10, okay, 38. Okay, this is your data, and the sheet name is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Here sheet name is sheet 1, ONE. I rename it as a sheet 1 so that it will be better understanding to you. So this is the data containing of that Excel file, and we are going to convert the same data into your JSON format. So let's close this. Here is the JSON file and delete the same one. Now C drive in a temp folder containing only one file, that is the file name is a file, which we are going to convert into an JSON format. So provide the sheet name, which sheet data you want to convert it. Now here is the connection string for the Excel provider. So OLEDB is there, we need to use OLEDB, and here is the data source, and provide the path of Excel file for the connection string. So now connection string, we are using where connection. Now OLEDB and connection string, here is the connection will be passed to the OLEDB connection. So connection dot open, here we open the connection. After opening the connection, we read the data from Excel sheet one by one into here with the help of this command text. So select star from all the things containing from the sheet 1, that is the sheet name. This is the sheet name is the variable will containing the sheet 1. So sheet name, and execute the same by using the link queue. When execute all, create the anonymous object for each row and data. So we'll read all the things into and this query. The variable name is query. Now query contain the all data of your Excel sheet. Now just convert this data into an JSON format. So for that we need to serialize object for the JSON converter. So JSON converter, to use JSON converter, we need to import nugget, install a nugget newtonsoft.json. So once you install this by using, I already installed it, but I show the steps. So here manage nuggets, I will show the install nuggets. See, this is the Newtonsoft. Once you just click on that and you install it. Okay, here is the, I already installed the same one. Now next one, just convert this pairing is data whatever read from the Excel sheet into an JSON format by using the JSON converter serialize object. Pass the data, which data you want to convert it. If you are not using this, that means in that case it will convert the data, your Excel data into an Excel sheet, Excel data into an JSON one, but it's not in proper formatting. It will be shown in a single line. No doubt, obviously it's a true format of JSON, but for the looks better, use the formatting. So formatting dot intended will provide exact new entry on a new line, so that it looks and readable. By using the file writer, it's a simple IO operation. File dot write file and convert the, create a new file on a C temp new. Here I already show you. Here there is no file. Now convert this file JSON into and write all the contents of the JSON variable into a new JSON. Okay. Now bind this command. Say this is the function, but the command is here. Convert Excel to JSON. Come into the XAML. See in XAML, first import your view model. See XMLNS. Here VM is the instance I provided. You can say anything here. VM is equals to, here we are importing the view model into an your XAML, and just provide the resources, that is the key and dictionary, key and value. Here VM containing the Excel to JSON. This is your class name. See here Excel to JSON. So you have view model class name, and provide key to access this class as a view model. Now in a grid, use data context to bind this view model. That means inside a grid we are able to access the all things whatever defined inside this class, we will going to accept or use inside this grid by using of this data context and the static resources. So bind this Excel sheet by using the view model key. Not Excel sheet, it's a Excel to JSON class, that is the view model. So data context is equals to the binding source is equals to the static resources, and here is the view model. We pass just simple this key, and this is the simple button. Here is the submit, then height, then content of that button. You can also provide a background color. Then command inside binding, this is the convert Excel to JSON. Convert Excel to JSON. This is your command, convert Excel to JSON. Now this is the simple UI. Inside we just place only single button. Now let's save it and run it. Okay, this is the button. Before clicking on button, I just arrange this both window side by side, so it will be better understanding for you. Now see, this is the file .xlsx. We are going to convert content of this Excel file into an JSON and provide the same path to place the new JSON file here. So here containing only single file, I just click the convert to JSON and wait. See here, the new file is converted, having name is JSON. So let's check the content of that file. See here, the content is Johnny, Clerk, Matthew, New, A, B and C. Let's check the contents of XML file. Excel file. So these are the contents. Okay. Now in this way we convert the Excel into a JSON. If you have any doubt regarding this, then feel free to contact me. I provide the runnable code link in the description box of the same video. You can just click on that and you will get the all JSON related, all WPF and MVVM related program on a same link. You just find it, search the query, then will get definitely answer on the my blog. So thank you. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study how to read data from JSON file and display the same to the UI with the help of WPF and MVVM pattern. See, before starting you must know what is the MVVM pattern. See, in that M means model. It simply hold the data and has nothing to do with any of the business logic. It have the entities. Now properties, all properties we will define into an module. Now view model, it's act as a bridge or the connection in between the model and the view, and view itself a UI representation. So now for that purpose, in a MVVM pattern we create here folder as a model, then view model and view is here. So now our motto is to read the JSON file. So that's why I create one more folder here, that is the source data file. In that I save the JSON file. So let us see the data, what content in that file. So these are the properties: first name, last name, gender, age and mobile number. Clear? Likewise thus 3 are. So now we read this data into your list. Before that you need to define properties which map to this one to one, so that in a module by right click add here class, we add a class as we already added it. Now name as a person model. See, in that I define the properties like a private first name get set, then last name, what the property contained in the JSON array and how many properties you want to read from that file. You need to define first here. Is it clear? If you are going to perform more operations, then you need to do here notify property change handler. See, in a view and create one class, name is notify property change handler. You can name it as per your requirement. Now in that I just handle the property change event. I write here property change event, notify property change, as the name is notify property change, and just inherit this class into a model class, that is the person model. See, notify property change handler. Now I call this notify property change, the first name, last name, gender. Now for the current application we not required this property change handler, but for the next operation, right now we are going to only read data, just reading data in a one way, reading from JSON file and write to the UI. So no need to use this. But while expanding this operation, our next video coming is to write how to write data into a JSON file. In that case we need to use it. So I use here notify property change. Now this is your model contain all properties which you are going to access from the JSON file. This is your JSON data. Now operations, perform the operations. So this is the simplest one. I just write access the model class into a view model. This is your view model. Now define the list get set property. Why? Because once we go for the next operation for writing, updating, then we need to go for this property change event. Right now I'm not using here property change. So in a constructor of person view model, we just call one method, because we are not going to write here any command or any command handler. I just directly call the method, and in that method we just provide the string JSON. Here read the data from this people.json file. Here is this file, people.json file. Now it will read all the file as it is from the JSON to the string JSON, string name as a JSON. Now we deserialize this file into an serialization to the deserialization, so that we can save it into an list format by passing the object or the class of the person model. So this is the thing, items JSON convert dot deserialization object dot, here the list, then person model, and we are passing here the JSON, that is the your JSON file, read it data into an this JSON string. Then it will deserialize this data by using the JSON converter. We need when we are going to use this JSON converter, we need to add one nugget called as a newtons.soft. So here just right click, manage nuggets, wait for here Newton soft. If you are not found, then type it as a, or if you don't know the name, you forgot to name, then directly use type here JSON, then it will show the all JSON dependent nuggets. Now here is the newtonsoft.json. It's a freeware, so that's why I use here. Now this is the final, this item list contain the all content of your JSON file. Now we need to bind this content to the main model, to your view model. View is here. So here first I bind this view model to the view by using this XMLNS. Then here I provide one object is equals to, then namespace and your view model. Now define windows.resource. So this is the VM. So VM person view model and the key value pair. Here is the view model like a dictionary. Now bind this as a data context. We can write this data context to beyond the code also in a main window, but I bind here binding source is equals to static resource view model, as provide this key to here. Now define one row. Here I define two rows because I am going to extend some application for the next video. Now here the data grid, I name it as a data grid, user data grid. Then we'll place this data grid into a first row. Then auto generation column is the false. Then item source, what we are going to bind, you must provide here. Now to data grid I am going to bind the items. Here are the items. Item contain all the JSON data, that's why I am going to bind this item to the data grid, and then define the data grid columns. Here the first column contains the first name, here is the header name. Next one is the binding. See binding first name, header name, last name. See binding last name. Then gender, age. Here is age. Then number and end of your columns. Clear? Then end the data grid and grid in the window. Now in this way we have done the application. Now click, build and run. say this is the data: first name, last name, then here is the gender, age, and the number. Now see, I'm opening in a background. So this is the first name, then last name, male, then age is 28. Here is the number. Now for the second person, now for the third person. Is it clear? In this way we can do the binding with the JSON, and you can display the same thing on a UI with the help of this nugget. Clear? The nugget name is newtonsoft.json. You can easily find it in a Nugget Management Studio. Okay, thank you guys. Now the next video I'm going to continue with this. Clear? Now wait for the next. Thank you. To simply learn. Now in our first video we already learned the read JSON file data to the list and show it into an data grid in a WPF MVVM pattern. Now in this second video we are going to read or accept data from the UI and write the same into an JSON file. So let's start here. This is our JSON file, as I told you in a first part of my video. So first go through the folder structure. Here I make one more folder as a I command. Here is the relay command. Actually this relay command exposes a method or the delegates to the view. That means this type of command act as a way of binding between the view model and the UI. See, this is the model, that is the entities. What are the properties that are in a JSON? That is the first name, last name, age, and number. All will define here: first name, last name, age, number. And here is we called as a property change event. So we define this event into an view model. So we define one more class as the name as a notify property change handler, and in that we write a one method as a property change and call the property change handler method. So we inherit this class into an your person view model as well as the person model. And here is the view. In view we simply copy and paste your main window.xml. Whatever view we create in a future, all will place here in a view folder, so that we can say that it's a model view and view model architecture. See, while placing this main window, after placing you need to modify, provide this starting URL address, that is the view comma main window. Now let's start. As we already learned this too, here source folder contain the source file, that is your JSON file. Clear? Hai? So person, okay. Now here we start. We write one more command as a add command. Then here we use one more object for the person model. See, this object have the property getter and setter, and along with the notify property change. See, this object is used to bind the newly entered data into an UI to your view model to the model, and by using this object we store the data into a list and then list to the your JSON file. So let's start here. So this is your list which contains the all data from the JSON file. See, once you define this JSON person model, see, we need to initialize it into an your constructor of personal view model, so that we can easily access it into an your XAML file, that is into the view. So selected person model. Now selected person model, so we bind this selected person model to the UI and take the entry from UI and place it to the your business logic. So in a data grid, I use here selected item is equals to the binding, here the selected person model, and same selected person object will bound to this text boxes here, first name, then last name, age, contact number. See here, this is your text box. Here I bind text is equals to the binding selected person model dot first name. Now for the second, selected person model dot last name for this one, and for age, so same is here, selected person model for age and selected person model for number. So in this way we bind this selected person model new object, that is the model object, to your UI. Now whatever data enter into the UI, we accept this, save it into the selected person model object, and then we process the further operation on the selected person model. Say to perform operation, we write here one more button, as we are in a first video we already write the show button is here. Now we add one more button, as the name is add. See here, add. Here the horizontal alignment is left, so that this is the first button, and this margin, these are the common things. And command, we are bind this command, binding add command. Command is equals to the binding add command. Now our main logic come into the picture. So here we define this add command. Clearly we initialize it. Now just okay, this add command. Okay, this add command. So here, if the add command is equals to null, then relay command, that is your delegate, it called to the delegate, and this dot add JSON method, we create this method in the same person view model class and pass the null value, so that obviously it's a true, and return to the add command. So from here it called to this method, that is the add JSON. Now here items dot add inside selected person model. Selected person model. So whatever data enter at this UI, will collected into this selected person model object. Selected person model object. Now this object, we add this data from this object to the items. Items is your list. Then we create one more variable as a JSON data, then use the JSON converter dot serialize object comma item, then comma formatting dot intended. Because of this we will get the JSON data into a formatted structure. Elsewhere we get the data into a single line. Clearly, single line means the format distributed, but so by to read this data, it's two complications is there. So formatting dot intended, it's supported into an JSON converter into an nugget, this Newton soft. So we directly write here formatting dot intended. Now after this execution of this line, all the data from this list appears into a new JSON into serialized format, that means in a JSON format. Now here the work is that only we need to write same data into your JSON file. So by using the IO, that is the file dot write all text, this is your file path name. Obviously this @ that means that this file is present into your bin folder, debug and bin folder. Now comma pass the data or pass the object what you want to write into your JSON file. See, after this passing you will get the final output. Let's run this. Okay, initially I just show the whatever data present into an file. Okay, this is the JSON file. Joy, Jimmy, Amy, and Joy is there. Now add one more is there. For the better understanding, I just write ABC. Oh, sorry. I just write ABC, then new is here 30, here I use 32, then here supposed to be the number and add. See, after adding, click on the show button. See here, okay, this is your JSON file. Okay, here is the last entry is ABC new. Now suppose we run this. See, show data. So this is your last entry, ABC new 32777. ABC new 32777. We add the new entry as a person 1, then person 1, last name as a last. Here is the 20 and here is the number. Okay, now click on the add button. So data is added, but it's not show. So click on the show button. Here, see, here is your new entry. So in this way, we can add data to the JSON file, and the same data will appear here because of the file running. So it not show here. So once I close this, the data will appear automatically in the JSON file. This is your person data.json. So let's see here. Then here after that we need a new entry as a person 1, last 20 and 333550. So let's stop the program. See here, it will ask because of this is open state. So yes to all. Now here is your new data entry. So at the end of this, in a description box, you will get the link for this code, runnable code. You can try it, and if you have any problem related to this, then feel free to contact me. Okay. Yeah, welcome to all. See here in the last video, we see the how to read JSON file and display it into a data grid with the help of WPF MVVM pattern. Now see, in the second part, we already learned to read data from UI or accept data from user and save it into a JSON file. Now the next one is the part 3. In that we are going to learn update the JSON file. So let's start it. See here, before starting I just run the application which we had created previously in first 2 video. See, this is the blank one. Once you click on show, then it will display the all data which are present in your JSON file. Now let's see, we are going to add new. Here I just type it as a new entry, new. Here is the entry so that it could be better understanding. New entry will be there. Now I am typing here number. So last entry is the joy. After placing add, then the new entry will be appears after this joy. See here. Okay. Now this new entry appears here. So now we are going to add here button for the update and bind this button with the update method. So without wasting time, let's do this. Okay, here I am just copying this so it will save our time. Here I name it as update. Now horizontal alignment is left due to this margin, both are on a overlapped. So here I change the margin here and make it as a 90 could be okay for me. Okay, So 80, yeah, 75. 70, okay. Now this update button is added. Here we need to bind the command which we are going to create in your view model. Right now here the add command is there. That means this add and the update will perform the same operation due to this command binding. Now let's first write the command for the for the update. Here is the command. So now just create the new command. So private now I command here, okay. Now I create update command semicolon, okay. And just copy, and we're going to create a new command here, public I command. Initially we just define it. Now here is the implementation of this command. The command name is update command. So method name is update. Now here is the property as we defined, so that's why getter and setter is there. We are not required to set the new property. We just check it whether it is empty or not. Always it shows the given command is null. So after that we'll perform operation. Here the error is there because here double equals to is required. So now update command is equals to new called delegate new relay. Now param passing instance for this dot. Here we are going to create a method in which actually we are doing the operation for the updation. So this dot will create the new, let's say, update JSON data, okay. So it could be easy, and passing null value, so by default it's an consider as a true, okay. It's showing error because the same command is not present in the given instance of the class. So here we are just create the private because out of this class we are not ready to provide access of this command. So your model will not able to access, but view will able to access this command through your view model, and view model will take the data from view and communication. It perform the communication between the view and view model via only view and model via only view model. So let's try it. So now here is the update. Here I am just checking whether this command will execute or not. So message box dot show here update command press or update command call, okay. Here using window, okay. So update JSON. So command name is update command. We just bind this command with your update button, okay. Now let's run this. Showing error. Okay, return. Here we miss because of get return. Yeah, then started. Yeah, started.
Okay, this is your application. Now these two are already running. Let us see whether by after clicking this update the update message will appear or not. So I just click it. So just update command is call. So update command is called as we write here message. Okay, sorry, so let's stop it. Now write the code for that. Just make it as a disable. Here see how to update the given JSON. So before updating we need to select it. Select the row so that the data will be selected into an selected items as we already taken. See here selected items, binding selected person model as we create. Here the selected person model is the object for your model class, that is the person model class. So whatever entity is selected here means whatever on which your row you are click will be automatically selected, and the same data bind to your first name, last name, age and the contact number. Is it clear? Simply once you select the row, all data will be displayed here. Once the data will be displayed, we just update the entries and click on the update button, then the data automatically updated on your list as well as your JSON file. Let's see. Let's see here. The logic is same as to add new data into a JSON. Here is the items dot add. See, item is your list. This is your list which we previously defined here. Items and having property get and set. So here is the add. Then add what we are going to add in selected. Okay, selected person model. Okay, sorry, here selected person model means whatever on which row you are selected, the data will be copied and add it into an your list after modifying. So where now we take one more variable where I name as a updated JSON is equals to, here we need to use JSON converter dot, as the data is in simply text format, so use serialization dot, as data is simply now, so use here items. Okay, now we need a formatting, so formatting dot inted, so it will be display or save the data in a proper format. Now need to write this data into an write all text into an your JSON file. Okay, by using the path @ here the file name is people data dot JSON and comma here which file you are going to provide to write on the JSON file into a JSON format. So here the updated JSON is here. Now semicolon. Clear? So after updating we need to call get list, so we can see easily the data is updated. Okay, so get JSON data, this is the method name, and at last we just show whether the file is updated or not. See, and I am going to show given Okay, given person data is updated successfully. Okay, let's try to build this. Okay, succeeded. Let's start it. Okay, first I'm going to show the exact what is the data is present. See, new entry is the last data. Now update. Suppose we are going to update this one. Instead of new data is present, here I just type new. Here type updated. Okay, updated entry. Here instead of 40, here we go for 33. Here 111, so that it should be understand, and click on the update button. See here, update. Okay, okay, let's see, this is your JSON file. Now see what the error happens. See, last time we are going to modify. There's a show button. Suppose, see, this is the problem with appears. Once you modify this, it will modify the existing one. Suppose we name as a new one. Rest of the things as it is. And once you click on the modify, then it will modify existing one as well as it add the new entry also in your existing JSON. Now see, new one entry. See, this is your JSON file. Let's find it. See, the 2 time entries are there. So this is the big problem. But the small solution is that, see, here is the update. So the update JSON is there. Now we call this method for the update. We bind this command. See, after clicking this update button, we bind this update command. Now, so the problem with this update command, here we are adding new selected row. This is the problem. Once you delete this, so the code is work like this. See, item list. So whatever data change in the existing list, see, in existing UI, here will appears into a list. We just do the same thing whatever we do in the add function. So we just take this data into a serialized format. The variable is the update JSON and provide this file, provide this data to the your JSON file. Clear? After that we call the get JSON data, means get all data. See, this method is here. Get all data from the JSON file and display on the same your data grid. And after one we display the given person data updated successfully. Here, okay, data is updated. Forget the grammatical mistakes. You just see the what the exact code and flow of your code. See, let's start. We just modify only single thing. We remove this item dot add function here. Okay, show. So this is your JSON data from the JSON file. JSON file is here. Now let's, first file is the joy, name is joy. We just modify this joy as a, suppose, person. Suppose last int is a new data last int, and suppose the age is 30, and here for better understanding 111. So as I enter person new data 30111. So instead of this is the first entry, Joy Jackson 28, and this here I click on the update. Okay, so given person data is updated successfully. Because of this file is open, here the update is not reflected. I just close the solution So I'll close the running here. See here, because of the open here, it will ask the reload the your JSON file. Yes, I just yes to all. Now see here, the data is updated successfully. We can see once again. See, instead of Joy, now the first entry is the person. Okay. So this is your final solution. You can update any data. Suppose here 11. Here instead of 11, I just enter one mobile number. Suppose 98111111. Okay. Now click on the update new 11. See update, update. Okay. Show new 11. Click yes to all. So here the data is updated. Okay. New. Here is the new entries there. So in this way, you can do the operations on your JSON file. Okay. So guys, feel free to contact me if you are facing any problem related to this one. I am also sharing the same code link for the your study purpose for better understanding. You just refer the description box for the link of this runnable code. So guys, take care. So the next video will be for the deletion, how to delete data from JSON file. Okay, we will continue the same one, continue the same solution for the next video. Okay, thank you. Welcome guys. As we already learned the how to read data from JSON file with the help of WPF MVVM application, as we develop the same to read data from JSON file, now write data to the JSON file, now update data from the JSON file inside the JSON file. Now the part 4, the last one, we are going to say, so delete from JSON file in your WPF MVVM application. Okay, at the end of this video, I will give the link into the description box, so you can see, you can go through the runnable code with the all these 4 options. So let's start. Now this is your previous develop application. And last is the new 11. So let us see here, person and new 11. Okay, suppose I'm going to update this new 11, then you just write here, suppose the name is Johnny. Here is the okay, update. See here, the data is successfully updated. The changes is reflected here, but here now changes is already reflected here. Johnny Roy. So previous, as we are not handle here the exception, that's why the blank spaces is not able to insert. See, null is here. Okay, this null pointer error is here. JSON file. Now run again. Last is on show Joy. Sorry, Joy. Suppose here I am going to add a newer one. So here is, for better understanding, I use here ABC new and here 9999. So add it. So this is your new entry. Okay, now we are going to delete. The next part is to delete the data from your JSON file with the help of this WPF MVVM application. So we need to insert here one more button. and to perform or write the code to delete the items from the list, and same list we rewrite to the your JSON file. So come here in a view model. See, in a view model we already write the command for show, add, update, and this is your selected person model. So whatever data selected into the data grid, the all data will be placed inside this object person model, that the model object, and will perform operation on that. So same thing in a simple way, we just for deletion we just remove the item whatever selected or data whatever selected from the data grid and rewrite this list to the JSON file so that the same data will be removed. So here I make one command. Suppose the command name is delete command. Okay, I just copy this. Going to make we can say private also. Command C delete command. Okay, so command they have the property get and set. We are setting properties, so get properties there. Get if say delete command is equals to null, then we'll do the operation. So the operation is delete command is equals to, we handle the command with the help of this relay command. So it will be identify whether can execute or not. Use here instance. So param this dot. Now here we are going to write a one method to perform the delete operation. Is it clear? So as we first previously write update JSON, then add JSON data. So for the better understanding, delete JSON data so that anyone can easily understand what is the operation beyond this method. Okay, and here is the null. We need to perform return some or the return the result. See here we are getting error because the same method is not present. Now here I make it as a private method, private void, and simply this method name. Now perform operation for that method. So the operation is simple. See, items is our list dot remove. We are going to delete, remove whatever selected row. All the selected row data will be appears inside the selected person model. This is the object. And the simple operation where we just take one more variable where here again we use new list as the name, new data. Suppose list, name it as a list because it contains the all list, is equals to just serialize the same thing. So for the serialization, JSON convert dot serialize object, and here we just pass the same list and format dot intending, so that the list will be JSON file will be appears like a formatted structure. So file dot, and the simple the operation, rest of the operations are simple same as we perform in add, update operation and show data operation. So here is I just copy the same Here we are going to write here the variable name is a new list, get JSON. After deleting, it will show the list, refresh the list, that is retrieve the same list again. So given person data is updated. Here we said deleted successfully. Let's try this, but before trying we need to bind this delete command with your delete option. So here there is no extra button, so we just put the new button here, copy paste. Here the button name is suppose delete. Now here command, what is our command name? Sorry, so command name is delete command. Here is the delete. Okay, delete command. Now here overlap is there, so change here to margin. Okay, 170 is too big. Okay, go for 150. 150 is again high, so 130. Okay, 130 is okay. So delete is here. Now let's try it whether it work or not. Okay, error is there. What is the error? Semicolon is missing. Yeah, here semicolon is missing. Okay, now let's start again. Yeah. So show data. This is your data. This is a ABC, ABC. These are the 2 time entries. Here I am going to delete. Thus delete. Okay, now again delete. So given person data is deleted successfully, and click on show. Okay, the same data is appears. Again delete. Again delete. Okay, delete. Now 1, 2, 3 entries are there. Let us see what happened here. Same 3 entries are here. 1, 2, and 3. Now one more. Add here. I said new is there. Rocky. Sorry about my naming convention for the raw data. 30, and let's say 09090. This is the number. So once I add this, okay, add. It's all okay now. So value cannot be null. Okay. Here, let's begin. So yeah, these 3 entries are there. One insert, newer one. Here again. New data 30. Okay, now click on add button. So data is added. Okay, so finally here blank. If the list is blank, then we are not handle the error. Now we are focusing on only operations. So firstly, we just show the data, whatever present in the JSON file. So data is here. Now suppose here I enter a new one. Here is 3 and 1 1 1 1. This is the add. So here new data is added successfully. Suppose you want to update it, then update the same things. Okay, new here, as I said, updated. Okay, updated. Your given data is updated. Suppose you want to delete, so click the selected file. Here the data is appears here because we bind this selected object to this your data grid, so that the all data appears here. So in that object, the data, we just remove this data or remove this object contents from the list and just write this list again to the JSON. So delete. Okay, finally delete one more. Okay, so finally the list contains, your JSON file contains only two data for 2% here. It's in append mode, that's why it asks to whether it's save or not. Once I click on yes to all, then only 2 data is appears. Okay, so in this way we perform all the operations on JSON file. There are many methods. This one is the simplest methods, but this is applicable is only on the small amount of data. If the data is in a huge quantity, then this process may affect on your operations or the time complexity. Okay, thank you guys. If you are facing any problem related to this operation, just comment me. I will give the answer definitely. Yeah, and the same code, the runnable code, I will share in the description box. You just click on that link, you will get the all code. Okay, thank you.
Hello friends, today we are going to see the simple WPF MVVM application with unit testing. How to perform unit test on WPF application. See in that, in a part 1, we will see the simple addition of two numbers. Using WPF MVVM pattern, and in part 2 unit testing of the application. Okay, so let's see. Now start here. Just take a new project. The C# WPF application. Let's the name as addition of number. Okay, enter. It will load your main window.xaml file. So this is the final main window.xaml file. Just now here we are going to perform the operation, that is the addition of two numbers, and afterward we will do the unit testing on the same application. So let's start. For that, first we will go for the grid dot column definition. Okay, then in that we will add the columns and the rows so that our UI looks like easier to read. See, so we add at least 2 columns here. Here again. Column definition, let's width color mark as a star to the completion. See, with the 2 columns, same will go for the rows. Grid dot row definition, inside row definition width okay, row height, width for the column and the height for the row. Same, just copy paste. So okay, now let's design here UI. So label here, front end, enter the first name. Okay, let's finish this and see how it looks like. Dynamic as a looks better. Then alignment, make it right. Then text box, name. Here is the suppose first number, text number, width for your text box. So here 60. Now you need to mention where to initialize this label and text. So here grid dot suppose we use column first, column initially 0th column, next grid dot row, this is your 0th row. Okay, so now your label is here. Okay, now the text, here is the text box. Text box, then write down the location where to place this. So column number is 1 because we want in front of this. See, for better understanding I make it as a color. See, background color red. Always do this, it's a good practice. See, grid dot column 1. Now column position, text box position is here. Dot column to mention row also, it's 0th row. name and enter the first number. Sorry, it's a number. Enter the first number. This is your text box. Now mention the width for your text box. Keep it as a 20. Sorry, width is suppose 60 is there, and go for the height. Suppose height is 20. Let's see, 20 is too small, so 50. Here I make it as a 100. Okay, then horizontal. Make it as a left. So this is your first. Enter the first number, and here which number you are going to enter. Here is the acceptable text box. Okay, now let's design this in a proper way. So for that, simply just write the exact your margin see here the disturb UI is here. See, enter the first name. I just zoom it as a suppose 200%. See, enter the first number, and this is your text box. So we need this in a same line. See, already both are in the same row. So for that, here instead of using star, make it as a auto. So whatever the size height required for the given row, it will take as a automatically. Okay, let's see. We just remove this margin. Okay, got it. Now the height, suppose like 20. Okay, now same we will do for the second text box. And the label, saving time, I just copy and paste, make it as a one more enter. See, column number 1 is as it is. Now see, I just copy paste this here, column 0 as it is. Now row number 1. Okay, now here column 0 as it is. Sorry, here column 1 and row 1. Let's see, name first, second number. So you see here, enter the first number, enter the first number, enter the here second number. You just remove the background color. Here is it. Remove it and remove this. Okay, now first number, second number. Here we are going to place it 2 buttons. So button name, actually before writing name and your rest of the contents, first provide the position where you are going to place this button. So column 0. Now grid dot row. Here 0 means this one column and row 0, 1, 2. So second number. width for the given button set to 60. Okay, this is everything good. 60 is enough for us. And height 650, that's cubic, so 30. Yeah, now okay. But we want this button at the middle of this here UI. But at the we have a 2 column, so we need this at middle line. So here alignment, horizontal alignment, make it as a left. So will we go for the left side? So right. Okay, now okay, write down the contents of the button. What is the name? Cancel. Here is the button. Now while we are designing any application, then you should remember, see, the scenario is always go from left to right. So right is the forward technique. So here button contains name, cancel, and on the right side we will use submit button, submit or add. Column number 0 instead of 0, now we want to place it at first column. Row number 2 as it is. Now button name is suppose add. Okay, now the alignment is left. Done. So this is your UI. For the simple addition of 2 numbers. Okay, now afterward we are going to bind the command, so that after clicking on cancel or the submit here, cancel or add, it will be perform operation. Now after performing operation we required one more text box to show the result. So let's here, as we already take 1 2 3 4 rows and we have used here 0 1 2, so I place one more here, it is enter, then copy, just separate out by using one extra enter, so that it will be easily understandable to you. Here write it as a result. Here column number 0, okay. Now row number is 2, result right. 0 1 2. Now here text block, column number is 1, okay. Now row number is 2, so no need to provide name to the text box. We are going to bind contains. So here name is not required for the text box, but label it's mandatory. So here column number 1, and here is the overwrite happened. So we will shift this cancel and add button in next row. So here row number 3, okay. Now here is also row number is 3. Okay, done. So here is the result. Done. Now this is your UI is ready. So we'll go next for you in your solution, as we are going to design the same application in a MVVM pattern. So new MVVM means first model, then add one more. I just copy paste and rename as a, here is the view and here is the view model. Okay, now let's add new class. In that we will define the entities, properties. We provide name to the given class. Suppose the addition of numbers. Add. Okay, make it as a public. Here write down the properties. So then press 2 times tab. Okay, private integer. Suppose here is the num1 and number 1. Okay, this is your first number. Now default filter from full properties num2. Here is num2. Now next again we require one more variable to store the result. Add result. Now here add result. Okay, let's finish. Now these are the properties we define, and same property we'll use to perform the operation. But for the notification purpose, we need to use iNotify property here, so that it will be notified whenever the user enters data to the UI via the view model. The notify property will notify to the model and will perform operation on your view model. So let's write down. We can write here notify property directly also, but for the separation concern, for the clean code, we will write separate class and inherit this class into your model and provide the and call to the notify property change method, so that it will be notified the changes made by the user. Let's name as a property change notification notify C. We add this class. Okay, now make it as a public. Here write down iNotify property change class using system.model. See iNotify property change, then go for implement interface. In this way we implement the interface, and afterwards write down one method. We will notify from the UI. Notify property change, then string. Here is the property name. Okay. Now if property change, see this one here, property change is not equals to null, then you need to perform the property change here, and this comma, then property change event argument, property change event argument, okay, and pass the property name. Here we will see new operator, okay. Here we pass the property name. Done. So just inherit this class into your addition of number model class. Here always use the name as a model. Now here property change, and the property name is num1. Sorry, the class name is here. We are inheriting using new model. Finish. Now let's notify property change. Our method name is notify property change. So use here notify property change num1 double quote. Okay. Just copy paste for the rest of the code. And here num2. And here your add result. Okay. Now the work of model is finished. The property change is finished. So let's come into the view model. Let's add one more class. In the view model, see the application is too small, that's why I am adding all these three classes here. The property change, then afterward the view model, this one is the container logic, and the next one is the command for the command binding logic. We also write one more class is here, but for the big application we will separate out this. We'll make one more folder as a command and a command binding or the iCommand interface, and in that we will write the same class, that is the command, and notify property change will be the separate out. But here the application is small, that's why I am writing here inside a view model. Now here I am going to add one more class. The class name, let's suppose the calculations, or the simple one, we are adding two number only, so addition view model. Here is the addition view model. Now make that public. Here we are initializing your view model into your view model. So let's private. The model name is addition of number. Suppose I make it as addition of number here. See, there is an instance, so addition of numbers. It will asking the reference, so using model. Yeah. Now initialize the same into your constructor of view model. So your constructor is public view model name is addition of view model. In that object Cartesian addition number is a type that you use like a variable. Okay, now ready? It is showing the addition number is a type but used like a variable. Yes, so we need to initialize here addition also for the getSet property, so that it will be accept the input and do the operation. We inform to the model via the view model. So let's do it. Suppose here public now make it as a property here to return what we use underscore addition and set the value set underscore addition is equal to value and same modify to the your model add the reference. Yes, we need to inherit this modify property change class to here. What is the name of that class? Is the property change modification. So we'll inherit this class is here. Let's see what happens. Yes, error is found. Yeah, now until now is okay. Until now is the basic things. We just create the one model. In the model we define here your properties, that is the number 1, number 2 and the result, which we are going to say the result of these two numbers. Now second, we define one more class which will handle the property change notifications. Now we define one more class, that is the view model. This is your main class. In the view model we just initialize your model class with the getSet property. Now until now we are doing nothing. Now next, for this UI you need to bind this text box 1, text box 2 with your object of model class, so that the all input will be handled by the view model. Via the view model we can do all the things, but for command binding here, add and cancel, we need to write one more class to handle the command. We can directly write here also in a view model, but for the separation concern we'll go for the one more class, name it as a relay method. Okay, relay command, add it. Now also make it as a public. Okay, for the command binding here we use I command interface, which will be available using system.window.input. Now again it asks to implement the interface, so it will be implemented automatically. You can go directly with this also, or you can modify as per your requirement. See, I'm not wasting much more time. This is the basic thing. So common logic, I just paste it here. I just cut out video here and okay. Now let's go for our main part. Here for the binding, for this command binding, here for this command binding we will write one command here, private command. I command, name the command as a, suppose add command, semicolon, we need one more command, private, for the cancel. I command, suppose underscore cancel command. Now let's just copy and let's go for the implementation. Right now I'm not required in this. Here. The command is here. Now we have the get and set property is command is equals to null. Then we'll perform the operation like I command is equals to new relay command. In that we'll use one variable param to here, write down the action method, this dot. Right now we are not writing any, we are predefine any method, so we name it as a add number, add number, addition of number, add number, and providing parameter, that is your model class name. The model class name is your addition of number. Now comma and semicolon. So this is your get statement, always required. Return statement, without return the statement is incomplete. See, now error is, why the error? Let's see here. Error public command हो गया because underscore is not here. So add number. Now return is here. Now this error is here. Add is provide the method. To the private method. Integer, add here addition of number, this is the name, here is the object. For the better understanding, we'll go for the name as a object, name as a object. Yeah. Now addition of numbers dot add result is equals to here object dot number plus object dot now, and now return addition of number and here add result. So in this way we write a single command, that is the addition of numbers. Now this is the single command. Now do the same thing for your cancel command. Say we will go latter one for the cancel command. First we'll go to bind this view model to your view. So here after local in XML there is YAML namespace. Here I name it as a view model. View model is equals to, and here just add the view model. So this is your view model, application name dot view model. Now add. After that, below this head, we'll add the resources. Window dot resource. Here we initialize the dictionary view model as now. Here property change in a view model folder. Whatever the class are available, I show here addition view model and property change notify. See, this is the notification. It's not required here. It will be handled by internally. So we require only addition view model. So click here. Now we need to provide a key to bind this with your grid key. The name is suppose view model, and let's finish this. Okay. Now this key contains the view model data, whatever view model class have. So let's bind this with your grid. In a grid, whatever data or whatever properties of model class, we can access it via the view model. So you just write here, suppose mention the background. Suppose my background color is always blue. Now space, provide width, instead of width, if you pick dynamically, will provide margin. So the single margin, if you go for the 20, then for all sides, whatever is here, okay. See, after binding, let's try to build this. Let's see what happens. So data context. Data context is the main thing. Okay. Data context. Then in that go for the binding. Binding as the view model is the static. So binding source, we need to do a source inside that the static resources, and provide a key. Our key is here, view model. So view model. Let's save it. Let's try to build. See, one succeeded. Okay, now see here. Your view is also visible. See, this is the color change. Okay, I use dark color. Okay. Yeah, so it will be visible to your eye. So this is your grid. Now this is your UI. See here, data context. We are binding this view model via this dictionary to using these resources to your grid. Now let's bind here. Here is your text box. So after that I will just bind this first number, that is the number 1, to your text box 1. Now number 2 to the text box 2, and the result to the text. So here text is equals to binding. See here, add command, addition, all the elements are here. So addition of numbers dot number. Okay. Binding addition of numbers dot number. Is suppose the mode, you can write down the mode 1way, 2way, 1way to source. Here I will use the 1 way. Now update source trigger is property change. Okay. Do same thing for your second number, label 2. Here I paste it, just instead of num1 I use here num2, and same, sorry, here I use here num2, and here is your result. Add result. That's good. Let's see what happens. But we are not binding command to the button, so here is the add button. Okay, so in the add button we need to write a command. In that binding space to show the command add. Okay, now let's see what happens. Okay, here suppose the number is 2, here suppose the number is 5. Click on the add, the addition is 7. Now currently we are not binding any command to the cancel, so nothing happened with the cancel. Here add is there. Okay, so let's go for the cancel. So I will run one more time. That you will see the output. Here is 5, 6, and here 11 is here. Okay, now we are not binding any cancel, any command to the cancel, so nothing is happened. But add, because I change here 6, plus 6 is 12, the addition is 12. Let's do the binding for addition. So here is your view model. Here cancel command. We need to do the second part also, so I just copy and paste this. Over time cancel, so video will not be more lengthy. Here just use the cancel. One more method. Cancel operation. Then something, so cancel. Okay, just make all the things dot num1 equal to 0. And here is the addition. Add to that. Okay, let's see. So what happened? Okay, 10, 25, add, result 35, cancel. So nothing happened. Why? We are not bind this cancel command to the cancel button. So this is our mistake. So let's go. This is the cancel command name is cancel command. Let's copy this. Where is the name? Here. Cancel button. This is your command. Now commanding cancel. Okay. Let's try it again. Madam, this is the answer is 13. Cancel all are 0. Okay. In this way, we will make the simple WPF application in a MVVM pattern. Addition of two numbers. See the solution explorer. So, see model class contain the entities on which you are going to perform the operation. Now view. Okay, view. See, always your UI is in the view. Okay. Now I move this, but need to modify the starting URL. So here view and object. So view contain the main window or your all XAML files, and in a view model contain your business logic. Here we perform the addition. So as I create a class addition in a bigger applications, we will write one more folders. Differentiate this folders in these classes into a different folder like a relay command. So in a command class, and property change notification also we are bifurcate into a different class. Okay, into a different folder. We can make one more folder here, I command also, and in that we will put this relay command. Then folder as a notify, I notify, and put this property change class into that folder. Okay, so in this way part first is finished. So if you have any doubt regarding this, then feel free to contact me. Let's start the second part, that is your unit testing. See, in last video we will see the basic WPF application in a MVVM pattern. In that we will do the addition of numbers, simple UI, and here property change notification, your relay command. So this is your UI. Now for the testing purpose, we need to wait each and every time for the input and output. So we just go for the unit test. So it will be test unit wise your software. So we'll check the functionality. Just add one more project here without wasting time. We will add new project. You want to name as a, we are going to perform test on your view model. So addition view model, addition view model. So we are adding new project. Now click on the test, unit test. So it's not visible. Okay, now visible. So add new project. Here is the test, unit test. Here you put the project name. Project name is WPF addition of number. So name it as the same, addition of number. You can use different name also, but for the naming convention it will be better, so that anyone can easily understand what the purpose for this test and for whom and for which class will going to execute affected by this test. See, after creating this, you will get this new project into your solution explorer. So before continue, add the reference of your existing project, that is your WPF addition of number to your test project. See here, then add the reference using WPF here, addition of two numbers. Now public here, on which class you are going to perform a test case. See here, suppose you are going to do the addition of two numbers. This is the class name, so I just copy paste here and test. Okay, now in that, which method you are going to test? So in a view model, suppose we have one method, this is the addition of numbers. So you need to test this. So public addition of number test. Okay, in short, you can go for more static name also. Suppose add 10 and 20. Okay, now inside create a variable. See here, it will be performing a 3 stage: initialize, provide call with the parameters, and assert the test. So it will give the final result. Void add test 10 and 20. Suppose we need a return, so final return value is 30. Now inside we initialize your model class as well as your view model class. So provide var, here your model class is the addition view model. So addition goes here, is equals to new addition view model. Now it asks to add reference, and next. See, by using this addition VM view model object, you are able to access the methods whatever declared in the view model. Suppose this here, this add command, whatever we write in a view model we are able to access here. On add command, addition of numbers, then your cancel command equals to get set all properties. But we will pass the methods, method parameters. So declare your view model object. View model is addition equals to new addition of number. It's showing it not accessible, so need to use using model here. Now just provide the static data. So without running UI, you will get the final answer. Number 1 is 10, suppose. Number object dot number 2 is equals to 20. Okay. Now plus integer result is equals to addition VM dot okay, not showing the add view model. Where is the add this add? Due to this private, it's not accessible to outside the class, so make it as a public. It will be accessible public. Now come into your unit test. Now again dot add number. Now it will be accessible. Here pass the object. Now whatever value passed from here, it will be accepted in a view model here. Now in an addition of numbers dot add result is equals to be object 1 number, object 2 number will be add here and return result again to the your test cases. So now assert will check here whether the test case is successfully pass or not. Assert dot r equals to here all the values in the integers, so int because it returns integers. So what is the answer? Your answer is 10, 20, so answer is 30. Whether it is a 30 or not, we'll check the result. Okay, let's finish. Now to run this test case, click on the test and see, to run this test case, click on the test, run test all test cases. To show need to wait until the build. This is the answer, your pass test. Okay, so in this way we can perform the unit testing on your application, to your method, to your class. See, when it fails, we just go see 10, 20. Here we'll go for the 40. Suppose the addition of 10 and 20, it will check whether it is 40 or not. If it is 40, then the test is passed. If it is not 40, then test is failed. Now let's do it. Now before that we use here 30, so 10 plus 20 is 30, so test is passed. Now the answer should be the fail. Let's check it. See, failed test. Okay, make it again. See, suppose here I make it 20. See, this is the static name, it does not matter, but always use the better naming convention so that any other developer will easily understand by reading this code also, by seeing the method name, what the purpose behind this method. the test is pass. Okay, pass. So in a description box I will provide the all code along with the methods name and the location where to place it, along with the folder descriptions, how to arrange the folders. You can see this in my blog. Now thank you. welcome guys. This is the second part in which we will see how to add user control in tab view. So here we have new item. User control. Suppose we have the tab 3 view. So the black one. So let's brown. Let's blue. Use one label. The content. View. Background color is like this. Let's finish. So this is your tab 1 view, user control. Now similarly we'll go for tab 2 and tab 3. Tab B view. So just copy this. Background color, go for red. Now add for third one. So intentionally I use here dark color so that we can easily identify which user control will call here. Just initialize this view. Provide the key. View model is equals to here select. Actually it's not a view model, these are the view. That we can able to access the view model into the tab control. I just make it as a command and then call this view model, view here, tab A view, then same for the tab 2. You can adjust the margin, height, width as per the main window. Initially I just provide the controls. Let's see what happens. In this way it works. Just show the output to you. So now let's see. This is the tab 1 view. Here we call it tab 1 view. Here is the tab B, tab A. Now for tab 2, tab B we will call, let's see, tab 2, here is the tab B, and for tab 3 here we call tab C. Okay, In this way, tab control we can use in our project. Depend on your requirement, you can modify this user control. Okay. Here for the understanding we use here only one level here. Now as per requirement you can write code here. You can use stack panel, grid, anything, whatever you want to use it. Is it clear? So these are the user control we call inside your main window. Okay, in this way fill and tab control. Okay guys.